what to expect. Well, do you know how much you're paying at the pump? As an Iowan, you're paying an average of $3.86. That's according to AAA. Still, it is down 3 cents compared to last week. Iowa's Attorney General joined other states in urging the EPA to expand sales of E15 gas throughout the year. Local 5's Mary SUGDEN joins us with a live look at what's different about this fuel.
Yeah, Samantha, these days, most all regular gas sold within the U.S. is E10, meaning that it contains up to 10% ethanol. E15, on the other hand, can contain up to 15%. Now, looking around at some of the stations here within our area that sell E15, we found that it's averaging about 15 cents cheaper than regular gas. But does this mean that you will save money in the long run? We talked to a gasoline expert for what you need to know before you fill up.
That's for cars 2001 and newer that the EPA has approved that you can use this gasoline.
If you have a car made in 2001 or after or a flex fuel vehicle, the EPA says E15 is okay for you to use.
In which basically the only difference is instead of up to 10% ethanol, this type of gasoline now contains up to 15% ethanol. It tends to be a few cents cheaper per gallon as well.
Patrick Dehaan with GasBuddy.com says there's a major benefit to this fuel amid the war in Ukraine.
It basically offers another avenue, replacing some of that oil supply with something we produce here at home, corn.
So what's the catch?
Really, the only downside really is a hit to your a hit to the amount of miles per gallon.
A 2009 study from the National Renewable Energy Lab found E15 contains about 2% less energy than E10, meaning in order for it to have the same cost per energy unit, it should be priced 2% less than E10. But Dehaan says this impact varies and is likely negligible, but encourages people to do their own homework.
It's hard to offer a blanket statement because some people may notice no change in fuel efficiency, and some may notice like a slight 5% hit at most. So I would encourage motorists to give it a try and check what you get your own fuel efficiency to see if it's similar, because that'll tell you whether or not that 5 or 10 cent advantage is worth it.
And so with E15 needing to be that 2% cheaper to maintain that same cost per energy unit as regular, taking a look at the stations within our region that sell E15, we found that they're selling roughly from 4, 5, even 6% cheaper than regular, meaning that in theory, in the long run, it would save you money. But again, Dehaan stressing really you should kind of do your own homework, take a look and see what this feels like in your own vehicle. Reporting in West Des Moines, Mary Sugden, Local 5 News. We are Iowa.
Mary, thank you. GasBuddy can be a useful tool when you're trying to find the best price for gas, but for some the website can be daunting. Local 5 Stephanie Engelson breaks down the website for you. Just head to weareiowa.com, scroll down to the featured videos and click gas prices. And of course, you can also text the word gas to the number here. We'll send you a list of the cheapest gas prices in the Des Moines Metro. Iowa's Attorney General Tom Miller wants more E15, and that is all to ease gas prices. He's calling on the Environmental Protection Agency to allow the sale of gas blended with 15% ethanol. Right now, the sale of E15 is prohibited in many parts of the country between June and September. That's due to air quality regulations. Now, he says the blend would also support the country's effort to reduce dependency of foreign oil. Meanwhile, the Iowa House voted in February to expand ethanol sales here in Iowa. The bill would require gas stations to have at least one pump selling E15 by 2026. Now, Iowa lawmakers in the House passed the bill by a large bipartisan margin, but it is hung up in the Senate.